Welcome to the ArmaniTalks YouTube channel. I'm your host, ArmaniTalks. In this channel, we're covering communication skills to help you level up your confidence, charisma, and brand presence. This episode is for all my fellow writers out there. At one point or another, we're all going to suffer from writer's block. And if you haven't already suffered from it, let me describe it. This is when you are doing your best to express yourself or generate ideas, and you're trying to get your internal world to the external world. Yet, there's a roadblock. There's this big metal block that's standing in your way. And the more that you try to push it, the bigger that it gets, and the more that it pushes back on you. This is a problem because you still got deadlines to meet, you still need to make your content piece live, and you still have other parts of your life that you need to take care of. Writer's block is wasting a whole lot of time. That's not what we want. And in today's video, I'm going to give you the writer's block instant fix. But before I give you this instant fix, we need to work our way up with basic understanding of the fundamentals of content creation. Because if you don't understand the fundamentals of content creation, this problem is just going to keep on happening again and again and again. It's sort of like you're getting this tiny little Band-Aid and you're trying to put it on this amputated arm that's gushing with blood. Is it going to stop the blood by a little bit? Sure. But is it a long-term fix? No. For this video, I want us to have a solid framework anytime that we get writer's block, and that's what this video is going to help you out with. If you're ready and excited, be sure to drop that like for me right on below. So the fundamentals of content creation. All you need to understand is that there are two modes that you need to be able to activate when you are creating. There's the creation mode, and then there's the editing mode. For you right now, you're suffering from writer's block because you're combining these two modes together. You're editing when you should be creating, you're thinking about creating when you should be editing, and you're just doubting yourself at this point. It's sort of like you're trying to drive a car and you're pressing the accelerator and the brake at the same time. Dummy, that's not the smart way to drive the car. Duh. So why would you want to create content like that? You don't. You need to separate the two worlds. And you want to separate the two worlds because you need two different minds for each world. For the creation world, you're going to need to lead with the subconscious mind. And with the editing world, you're going to need to lead with the conscious mind. When you combine these two worlds, you're trying to do both with the conscious mind. Look, I love the conscious mind. I vibe with you, conscious mind. You're friends with me, conscious mind. But you're a problem with creation. You like critical thinking. You like pattern recognition. You like a lot of logic. Cool. But you belong in the world of editing. You don't belong in the world of creation. Creation is where the subconscious mind should be residing. Your emotional mind, the picture mind, the ability for you to draw experiences from your entire life. That's where all that data is stored in your subconscious mind. So that's the mind that you want to create with. You don't want to be creating with the conscious mind. Then you just sound awkward. You sound like all the people out there. There's nothing unique about you. The best art that you created was with your subconscious mind. Are you with me so far? There's two different worlds. One, creation. One, editing. For creation, we want to lead with the subconscious mind. And with editing, we want to lead with the conscious mind. All right, so you understand the fundamentals. Now, here's the fix. When you're creating, I want you to take however long it takes you to create a certain piece. Let's say it takes you 30 minutes to write the blog. Notice, I didn't say upload the blog, like add pictures, add the backlinks, all that. I just said write the blog, creation mode. If it takes you 30 minutes to write the blog, I want you to divide it by 2.5. And that is going to give you 12 minutes. 12 minutes is how much now you're going to have to create this blog. You're not going to have 30 minutes anymore. You have 12 minutes to write this blog. Armani, what are you saying? I told you that I need 30 minutes to write the blog, and you're telling me I need to write it in 12 minutes? Are you crazy? My writing is going to be so sloppy. It's not going to be sloppy. It's actually going to be much better because now you're no longer second guessing yourself. When you're giving yourself 30 minutes, the amount of time that you're comfortable with, now you're allowing yourself to create with the conscious mind. And like I said, the conscious mind is for critical thinking. That's when you're trying to use all the right words. You're trying to put in all the right commas, all the right periods. You're thinking too much. You're not giving yourself enough credit. Force yourself to create in 12 minutes, whether you think you can do it or not. And hypothetically, even if you don't meet that mark, you know what you were able to do? You got out a lot of content that otherwise you would have been stuck on. You're pushing on that block and it's pushing back. But when you bulldoze through that block, now you start seeing a new way of life. And with my instant fix formula, where you're dividing however long it normally takes you by 2.5, and you're creating in that divided portion, that's when you're bulldozing. That's when you're creating with the subconscious mind, aka the creation mode. Once you're done with the whole creation process, everything is going to be extremely sloppy. It's going to have misspellings. None of the commas are going to be there. There's going to be a lot of weird structures for whatever. But you notice something. You notice that the big ideas are out. But more importantly, you're going to actually surprise yourself. You're going to read back on it and be like, I wrote this? Whoa, I didn't even know that I was capable of this. Cool. So now you're able to peacefully enter the editing mode. Now I want to give you a pro tip. If you consistently write with writer's block in your mind and you're constantly struggling with writer's block, then I want you to give yourself a lot of time before you start editing, preferably 2 hours. And the reason I want you to give yourself this time between the two worlds is because now you're priming your mind to think in a brand new way. Now you're priming your mind to be in creation mode in one moment and then be in editing mode in the other moment. If you just transition from creation straight to editing, now it still feels like the two worlds are blurry. Follow this tip if you're always struggling with writer's block. Do your best to detach the two worlds. So you waited your 2 hours. Cool. Now you're ready to edit. Now with editing, take all the time that you need. You don't have to follow the 2.5 framework. You could take however long you need. Add in the right words, polish it up, put in the right pictures, do whatever you need to do. But do you see what I'm trying to get you to think like? You're in two different modes right now. This one is fast, prolific, with the subconscious mind, emotional, pictures. That's what we're trying to do with the creation. With editing, that's more of your human side. The ability to logically break certain points down, use rules, use grammar, all of that. Two completely different modes. And the better that you're able to detach the two modes, the better that you're going to be able to bulldoze through writer's block with ease. Writer's block is killing a lot of potential creative geniuses and a lot of prolific writers. If you want to become great, especially in the world of content creation, you just need to keep practicing. The more that you keep practicing, the more that you're putting in the right neural pathways in order for you to be better for the next time. Remember this, all these blogs that you're writing, all these content pieces that you're writing, you're going to be much better off for the next piece. So for your 111th blog, you're still carrying all the lessons from the 110 before that. So for writers, it's a mental sport. There is no certain limit where you start declining. You get better with age. You get better with time. You're able to age like fine wine. That's what happens when you start overcoming writer's block. Writer's block no more. So just a quick little recap, just in case you didn't understand the big ideas of this talk. Let's just do it. There's two different worlds, creation and editing. We lead with our subconscious mind in creation, and we lead with our conscious mind in editing. The writer's block fix is to take however long it normally takes to create our content piece and divide it by 2.5. This allows us to bulldoze through the block and create concepts that we never thought we were capable of creating. Once we're done, we're going to take a break, preferably 1 to 2 hours, and then we're going to start editing. And for editing, you could take as long as you want. You could fix up the words, you could fix up the grammar, all that kind of stuff as long as you want. And the more that you keep doing this simple, instant framework, the better and better of a writer that you're going to become. If you enjoyed today's video and you want more practical insights on how to become a better communicator, whether it's with writing, speaking, thinking clearer, make sure you check out my free ebook, 6 Ways on How to Become a Confident Communicator. This book is going to give you a lot of practical insights that you are not going to find on other Google articles. No, sir. You're just going to find it in the 6 Ways to Become a Confident Communicator. You can grab this book in the description box right down below or my pinned comment. Thank you for joining the Armani Talks YouTube channel, and I'll catch you on the next episode.